Hello guys, today I'm in Kerbal Space Program and we're going to go to a brand new place today. Where are we going? Well, we're going somewhere else out of Kerbal. We're going to another planet. More like 2 other planets. We're going to 2 other planets. Well, let's find out which 2 planets we're gonna go later in this episode. If you wanna know, then you've gotta subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And of course, stay tuned for the end of the video if you wanna know which 2 places we're gonna be ending up. So yeah. Now this video is actually really long. It's like 30 minutes. Because of course, going to 2 places in Kerbal Space Program all in one video, that's just insane. That's just an insane task. Yeah, it's just an insane task. So yep, I don't really know what to do. So yeah, also cause for some reason, why am I waiting? Okay, I need to speak slightly louder because there's some loud music from the game sounds. Yeah, really, that's just an issue. I should have turned off the sound. Who cares, really? Who cares? What are we gonna do? Well, we are now building the interplanetary spacecraft, which uses nuclear engines. And you saw we're gonna do a docking, and you saw the lander. And the lander looks like a Duna lander, but I can't tell you exactly why. But as you can see, we're making small interplanetary spacecraft which uses nuclear engines. Usually I only have usually for small crafts like this I would only have 1, but here I decided to have 2 just because the thrust weight ratio of the nuclear engine is so poor. Like literally I'm just like, oh my god, why is the thrust rate ratio so poor? Like, it takes literally hours to make 1 burn. Luckily I can time warp. If you want time warp whilst burning, you just need to click Alt, and then after that you click full stop. Yeah. So yeah, we're putting solar panels, got a bunch of batteries so that we don't run out of electricity whilst we're in space. And so here you can see I put a what was it called again? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played the game. But I put a mainsail at the bottom, but you see the second stage I made it I added a slightly larger fuel tank when we actually took off. And we've also added some SRBs, solid rocket boosters, I think. Yeah, I think I think second to no, I don't know, but they give us really, if we wanted to be more efficient, I would have used like liquid fuel boosters like that. We could have fuel lines to go into the main tank, and that would have been more efficient. But yeah, here I was just like, I can't be bothered. And usually solid rocket boosters are usually much more, they are less efficient, but they provide much more thrust. Yeah, they provide much more thrust. And here we've now moved to the second part of this build time lapse, which is the part where we are doing basically the action groups. The action groups is sort of like the action groups is basically the groups of all the actions. So we've got like the science experiments and everything else. And we are now about to launch. Here we go, launching now. Now enjoy the sounds of the engines whilst it lasts, because I don't know, it's been a year since that glitch, over a year, and that glitch is still in the game. Ever since the 1.20 update, for some reason engines have just, at some point in the mission, engines just lose their sounds. You can't hear, like, you can hear the sound of the in-game music, but you can't hear the sounds of the engines. And that, there's no real fix At first I thought it was a waterfall mod, but actually it wasn't. So now I don't know. Like I just live with it, and after all, I don't really care. I don't really care that there is engine sounds or not. I don't care. And whilst we're here, I'll take my sip of water. Nice sip of water. Okay, and I think we don't yet have a burner. Well, the first stage is already gone, and it's gone a long time ago. There we go. We are now on the second part. So yeah, on the second part, and there we go. There's no more nuclear engine sound, so I'll probably turn off all sounds from now on, because when the in-game music is like sped up, it sounds so bad. Like, it just sounds terrible. So I guess it's probably gonna be a recurring theme for all of my Kerbal Space Program videos, that there will be no sound, just my commentary, just my voice. Cause like, first of all, sped up music in Kerbal Space Program, it's just like when you speed up music sounds so bad, and then after all, there's no sound anyway. So I guess, and the Kerbal Space Program music isn't really that interesting. Like, yes, boring. So yeah, it's nothing really interesting. But there is something interesting that's gonna happen at Duna. Well, now you know we're going to Duna. So, because I already planned a maneuver node to Duna, about 1,000 meters of 1,000 meters per second of delta V, which is still quite a lot, but it's actually not very much. Like, we've got way too much delta V. For some unknown reason, we've got way too much. Oh, we've got way too much delta V to go somewhere else. Well, I guess when we reach to Duna, there's gonna be something really interesting that will happen about 10 minutes no, maybe more. Maybe about 10 minutes into the video, some interesting things will start happening, and yeah. And there are gonna be some weird things, and mistakes were made. I'll just say mistakes were made. That's all I'm gonna say. Mistakes were made. I said that like 10 times, and you guys are probably just fed up of me saying that. Ooh, look, 69 kilometers. Ooh, 69 kilometers, periapsis. Periapsis actually has 69 kilometers. Isn't that just nice? I shouldn't say that. This video is intended for children. 69 is a normal number that when you flip it, it becomes 96. No, it doesn't even become 96. I'm just an idiot. Whatever. 69 is just a number. There's nothing weird about the number 69. Let's stop. Yeah, see, now it's 68 kilometers, so nothing to worry about. Please don't take this seriously. This is a family-friendly channel. Please don't put anything about 69 kilometers down in the comments. Please, this is a family-friendly channel. There's nothing weird about 69 kilometers. I've been talking about 69 kilometers for way too long. Now it's basically obvious what I'm talking. And now, here we are. And then something weird happened, so I just decided to do a quick save and reload. Yeah, see, I did a quick save, because something weird ended up happening. Yeah, now it worked. Because I ended up like passing over my encounter with Duna for some reason, I don't know why. And again, there was a glitch, and it's the same in my latest mission. For some reason, I clicked like the thing, and I tried reloading a quick save, and it still didn't fix it. So I just like, I don't care. I hate the music in the game. I'll just turn it off. So now we're doing some experiments. And actually the magnetometer boom, I didn't recover the science. Sorry, I didn't recover the magnetometer boom science. And here's Bob Kerman going out to take all of the experiments, and I can't actually take it. So I can just, yeah. So here we are taking all of the science from the experiments. Let's go. And we did a crew report, and everything is happening. So here we go. So it's now time. We got a slight, for some reason we got an Ike encounter, which gave us like a, not even a gravity assist, like it did nothing to us seriously because we came so high up. Just a surprise encounter, and here we are. We are 580 meter per second retrograde burn, so we can go into a Duna orbit, and here we are, nearly there, and there we go. Duna orbit, Duna circularization. Yeah, I think, no, it's correct. Yeah, Duna circularization. 70-kilometer periapsis and apoapsis. So yeah, the 10 minutes, we are now doing some action groups, and we're doing some science. Bob Kerman is going out to take all of that science. So yeah, I just have to tell you guys again. Oh, are we serious? At 69,000. Okay, we are back. I was just saying we are at 69, and I made a boo-boo. I forgot to record me landing on Duna, but it's fine, because Duna landings are quite boring in general. Yeah, it's quite boring because it's just parachutes, and from time to time me doing science experiments. And here I am waiting until the ship is above us, near, just before us. So there we go. And that's when things started getting a little bit trippy, because I think this is the third attempt of me doing the docking. Third attempt, because I ended up having a lot of issues, and you're gonna know why, because I ended up having to do a million maneuver nodes, and like, yeah, maneuvers, to do a million maneuvers, and yeah. Third attempt, I literally, like, this docking experience sort of mentally killed me. But there we go, and now we can see, because I started having issues trying to get a nice close approach, because whenever I got a close approach, my periapsis or apoapsis would be too low. So basically I had to like find a way to, I had to find a fix, which is basically doing this like 3 times. So yeah, mental death. And now I realized I was inclined, so I had to do things. And now you can see the beginning of all of these maneuver nodes. I ended up doing a lot of maneuvers. It didn't use a lot of delta V, but it was just really painful trying to get a close encounter without see, you can see the periapsis is too low, but then I can't get a close encounter if the periapsis is too high. So basically now I have a dilemma. Do I just live with a fine counter, or do I just try to find or do I just live with having my periapsis too low? So it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm good at docking, I would say, because I've done this like many times, but this time it was really tricky. It took me like an hour, and when I mean an hour, that's including all of the attempts. So yeah, that's never really happened to me. Yeah, I'm just confused why it took so many attempts. Probably because I ended up with a really inclined orbit. Yeah, probably that. So I'm literally now just trying to get the closest encounter. Like 8.5 kilometers, that's still too far. It's not extremely far, but it is really far away. And now I think that's when I started getting a nice encounter, but again, there's always that issue of the periap. Like, I'm just above the atmosphere level at the moment. That's my periapsis height, so I need to like I need to do something. So I think I got an intersection of 9.4 kilometers, which is the best I could do really, but like this hasn't ended, by the way. There's still a lot left to do. I'm just like, I can't really do much. So just spin around, and I try to do it. Basically, I'm now just trying to do a bunch of things, like Yeah, 8.1, 0.3 kilometers. And here we are. I think now that's when I decided to start doing the lazy method of docking in Kerbal Space Program. Basically, you retrograde until you're 0 meters per second relative to your target, and then you start burning towards a target and then when you do that, your intersect will naturally become much closer. So basically, just repeat that a bunch of times, and eventually you'll have a close encounter, just like that. 0.3 kilometers. That's a very close encounter. Just retrograde and come 0 to my target, or virtually 0, and now as I said, burn towards a target, and now I've got a 0 kilometer intersection, and now we can see the ship. Second thing is now we're gonna target the docking port, open our docking port, and then we're gonna try to slow down until we're nice and slow. We're gonna point towards a target, switch. Why didn't I do that yet? Switch to the other vehicle, target the docking port, point towards a target, and then you get an easy docking experience. So there we go. It took like a good 5 minutes for that docking, and that's already like sped up. So like, yeah, imagine how long that took. Yep. So yeah, I just skipped the fuel oh well. Well, I said I just skipped the fuel transfer, but actually I didn't. And like, I'm not gonna mention it. So yeah, just transferring the fuel. So now I don't know what to say. Do I have any interesting stories to say? Not really. Like I said, all of my I basically told all my interesting stories in the Good House video of Minecraft. Let's Play EP4. That's where I said all of the funny things, and now I don't know what to say anymore. Like, should I say something interesting? I don't really know, but what should I say? Probably a funny joke. I don't know. What should I talk about? There are like a bunch of stories that are stuck in my mind. I always have like ideas of what to do in commentaries, but then I always forget them. So I don't know. Well, I guess you need to go watch my video, my shorts video. Go watch all of my shorts video for a lot of nonsense and weird things. And yeah, well, I guess this channel is all about gaming. All of you guys already know that. But yeah, what should we talk about? I guess, yeah, let's talk about. So far, I've talked nothing about Duna. Let's talk about Ike now. Because Duna is quite easy, but let's talk about Ike. So, Ike is the largest moon. Well, it's the only moon of Duna, and it's huge compared to Duna. Like, it's massive. So, yeah, it's massive moon. So, getting there is really easy. I think it needs like 300 meters per second of delta V to land on. About a little bit more than Minmus, because it's naturally bigger. And also, I think Ike, with like the Ike texture revamp, it looks really nice. I really like Ike with the revamp. And when you add Ike, and when there's the Astronomer's Visual Pack, now Ike has like mist when you have the Astronomer's Visual Pack. So does Minmus have a mist, but it looks so much better with a mist. And yeah, again, I just want to tell you all about my the mods I use. I use a lot of visual mods. I think I use Scatterer, that's for sure. I use environmental visual enhancements. I use waterfall mod, and and of course for the shader pack, I use the Astronomer's Visual Pack because it's the most beautiful. I used to use the stock visual enhancements texture pack, but then I switched because the Astronomer's one is much more beautiful. It's much better in general. Yeah, and now you can very slightly see that mist that the Astronomer's Visual Pack does. And you can see the beautiful texture of Ike. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Mwah, beautiful. So now we are slowing down. Are we gonna? I hope we don't land in the Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to land in the mountains, which is probably the worst place to land, because the mountains is just. And why am I moving so much? Oh, of course, I know why. Because I'm relative to orbit. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Yeah, now I realize that actually, I'm relative to the. I was relative to the orbit because I was hovering. I'm like, why am I hovering? And then I realized actually I was set to orbit when I should be set to surface velocity. So yeah. So here we are on Ike, and for some reason I started spinning. Oh yeah, I know why. Because I wanted to be like relative to the 90-degree vector. Here we are doing all of the signs. We're gonna go plant a flag. Let's go. Plant the flag. Are you gonna go plant the flag, Bob Kerman? Oh well. Well, I did a quick save first. I'm so sorry. Bob, go plant the flag. The viewers are waiting for this important moment. And we are now at real-time speed, so you can see the real-time live footage of planting on a flag on Ike. Lights on. Prepare. Are we gonna plant the flag? Plant the flag. There it is. We've got the beautiful Alexandra Aerospace Agency flag planted. And what did I call it? A Western Mountain Ridge. That's what I called it. Western Mountain Ridge. And then I clicked. And then I clicked up. And for the plaque, I called it First Kerbal on Ike. On the rocky moon of Ike. Rocky surfaces of Ike. Oh. So here we are. We've planted our flag. This is a very memorable moment. And we're gonna go back into the capsule. And then after that, there's gonna be a not so memorable moment. Take a screenshot, of course, because we always need to do that. Screenshot. Yeah. Oh my. Take a screenshot past me. There we go. We took 2 screenshots because I always have that redundancy. So yeah. Now go up. Go up. Here we go. Into the capsule. There we go. Here we are now. Board. And now prepare for the not so memorable moment. Oh. Yeah, not so memorable moment. Boo Boo 2. Blunder 2, I could also call it. Yeah, I made another mistake. I forgot to record me taking off from Ike. Yeah. Moment of silence. What am I gonna do now? Oh my god. This life is sad. This is a sad life. This life of mine. This life is so sad. Okay, move on. Well, yep. This sad life. We got a moment of silence. Okay, we are now back. After this rather long moment of silence. So there we go. So now I plotted my intersect. So yeah, do our intersect. So yep. This time it was much more easy because first of all, getting an intersection on a moon without any atmosphere is much easier to get nice close. I got 1.4 kilometer separation. That is quite close. There we go. So, and here we go. 0 kilometer separation. Yeah, as I said, docking is something that is really easy, but I remember like there are like for some reason a lot of people think docking is extremely hard. Like I remember my father at one point played Kerbal Space Program, and he was like he did all the moons, like he went to all planets in the Kerbal Space Program solar system with a mining ship, but he said like he couldn't do docking, like he couldn't get his head around it, and I'm like, I don't understand why, because like docking is just so easy. If you use a lazy method, then it's just super easy, like no need for any fancy mods. just just if you know the technique, it's just really easy. And there we go, did a quick save, because I always do a quick save after docking. Even though I'm quite like confident in my docking, I'm still scared that like, yeah, what if something bad goes on just after? I wouldn't want to redo the docking. So yeah, I got to take all of the signs, and there we go. Now it's time to go back into the main capsule before, and then we're gonna have to, oh what, yeah, of course, I always forget that. So now we've got to put all of our oxidizer into the small ship, into the lander, and put all of our liquid fuel back into the main ship. So we got a little bit of extra delta V, and that's for one reason. So that we got, because we're gonna be dropping the lander off, so we've got, because the lander is basically useless now, because we're not going anywhere else apart from going back to Kerbin. But we don't need the lander, we've got like a heat shield, so yeah. And the Kerbals, they don't really need it. It would be more efficient to just drop it off and keep the extra delta V. So yeah, we're gonna have to say goodbye. Fuel transfer, and we're gonna have to say goodbye. There we go, into the surface. Goodbye, beautiful lander. You were useful whilst you lasted, but now you're gone. Now you're useless. And we got quite a lot of delta V. We got a large delta V saving, because like that's just a thing. And so usually when I go out, I would make a maneuver node, so we would end up really close to the because the Oberth effect says that if you're closer to a planet or large body, to some large celestial object, then it would be more efficient to do a maneuver node whilst you're close, because you would have more kinetic energy. But then, so that's what I would usually do. But here I realized that actually I could get a free encounter with Kerbin. Just do a small 600 meter per second burn, and then just skip a lot of orbits, and then I would reach. But when I mean skip a lot of orbits, I mean skip a lot of orbits. Yeah, I think I skipped like, oh, how many orbits? I skipped like, yeah, gotta take a screenshot from when it's blue, because that's beautiful. How many orbits did I have to skip until I got that free Kerbin encounter, virtually free Kerbin encounter? But as I said, like, when you do like, you should do like a retrograde burn so that your periapsis is as close to Duna, and then you do a maneuver node from that close encounter, and then you would make a more of a saving. But then I realized I can't be bothered. I already got a good encounter. And as you can see, you may see already, it is actually 36 years away. And I had to time warp that. So it took me like, literally took me like an hour of time warping. Like, the thing is that I know I've got like better time warp, but for some reason I've never tried using it, because I once used it and it basically caused a bunch of glitches, and I'm like, I don't want to use it. So yep, and here we are. I just skipped all of that because I'm just like, this is just mental death to wait for that. Like, literally, I was just on the TV watching TV, and I was like, it's gonna be done yet? Is it gonna be done yet? Is it gonna be done yet? Is it gonna be done yet? That's basically it's like, is it gonna be done yet? Is it gonna be done yet? That's basically that pace. I was like, how many years is it gonna take? How many years is it gonna take? And then it took me like so long. But here we are, coming on to the planet. Coming into Kerbin. We're about to go home, and we actually ended up on the dark side. We've got to fall in the dark side. So here we go, and we're gonna be pointing like that, and okay, let's go, and enjoy the firework. Oh, yeah, there we go. Fireworks show. Oh well, it went too far. Okay, it didn't last very long. That's disappointing. We didn't come very fast in the end. Ah, let go of one parachutes. Let go of the shield. And here we are landing in the grasslands. So here we are. Let's time warp to sunrise. Actually, I found a baobab tree. But here we are at the R&D, searching for some new science parts. So yeah, gonna get some new science parts. Yeah, so this video is about to end. Yeah, I ended up... Actually, I'm proud. I'm really proud of myself. Like, I didn't have any stories to tell, and I still managed to make this commentary. So, on the right hand side is a playlist, on the left hand side is a video for you, and don't forget to like and subscribe.